धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हिया सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय स्वामिने तापहारिणे अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। नारायणि नमोऽस्तुते। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ। Let us spend a few minutes in silence and meditation. Slow and steady breathing, peaceful breathing. त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव. Think about the all-pervading blissful spirit in any name or form you like, but repeat this shloka in your own mind. Tvameva mata, tvameva pita, everything is the divine. Mother, father, brother, sister, relationships, everything is with God. Let us meditate on the all-pervading blissful spirit whom we worship as Sri Ramakrishna in our own heart. Hridaya kamala madhye rajitam nirvikalpam sadasada bheda atitam ekaswarupam prakriti vikriti shunyam nityamanandamurtim Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajamaha. Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajamaha. I meditate, we meditate, all of us meditate on the Vimala Paramahamsa, the great swan, the stainless swan, who is Nityamanandamurtim, the embodiment of everlasting joy, constant joy. He is beyond the 6 modifications of birth, growth, disease, old age, death, etc. Let us meditate on Sri Ramakrishna. Yam Brahma Vishnu Girishascha Deva Dhyayanti Gayanti Namanti Nityam Taif Prartitasthya Paravataro Dvibahudari Bhuvi Ramakrishna. Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, the Lord of the mountains, meditate on, sing about, and do prostration to thee at all times. Dhyayanti, Gayanti, Namanti, Nityam. At their earnest prayer, thou hast come as the Supreme Incarnate. Taihi prartitastasya paravataro dvibahudhari bhuvi Ramakrishna. In the human form manifesting on earth as Sri Ramakrishna. Vande Jagadbhijam Akhandamekam Vande Surai Sevita Padapitam Vande Bhavesham Bhavaroga Vaidyam Tameva Vande Bhuvi Ramakrishnam. Within our own heart, visualize the form of Sri Ramakrishna and let us offer our salutations again and again. Salutations to the Supreme Cause, the indivisible, Akhandam, Ekam, Jagat Bijam, and the one without a second. Salutations to the one whose footstool is the object of worship for all divinities. Salutations to the Master of the world, of this world of change, and the physician of worldly miseries, Bhavaroga Vaidyam. Him I adore, who has manifested on earth as Sri Ramakrishna. Tameva Vande Bhuvi Ramakrishnam. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amrutangamaya. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om. Let us offer our salutations to Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi, and Swami Vivekananda, and all great teachers, all great saints in the whole world, teachers and saints whose teachings we all have inherited. May they inspire us with love for the truth. Yes. Sangha Prarthana. Please repeat. Sangachadhvam Sambadadhvam Sambhomanam Sijanatam Deva Bhagai Yatha Purve Sanjanana Upasate. May you move in harmony, speak in one voice, let your minds be in agreement, just as the ancient gods shared their portion of sacrifice. First stanza, meaning. Second, please repeat. Samano mantra Samiti samani Samanam Manassaha chittamesha Samanam mantra abhimantrayevaha samanena vo havisha juhomi. May our purpose be the same. May we all be of one mind. In order for such unity to form, I offer a common prayer. Third para. Samaniva akutihi samana hridayanivaha samanamastu vo mano yathavas susahasi. May our intentions and aspirations be alike, so that a common objective unifies us all. Sangachadvam sambadadvam sambho manamsi janatam deva bhagai yata purve sanjanana upasate samano mantras samitis samani samanam manah sahachittamesha samanam mantram abhimantrayevaha samanena vo havisha juhomi samaniva akutihi samana hridayanivaha samanamastu vo mano yathavassu sahasati. Om Shantihi Shantihi Shantihi. This is the wonderful, inspiring prayer. All of you should practice. This is the basis of an organization. People may be different. Their language is different. Their dress will be different. Their caste or creed or religion will be different. But the focus should be samanam, one. That is the real test of life. In English, in psychology, they say, be like the Pandavas, not like the Kauravas. Only 5 united. Other side 100, each different from the other. Quarreled, misunderstanding, jealousy, fighting, infighting. And their whole race vanished. Kauravas. Pandavas are named. Children are named as Yudhishthira, Dharmaraja, Arjuna, Bhima, Nakula, Sahadeva. Not that everybody agreed what Yudhishthira did, or what Yudhishthira said, what decisions he took, but they did not leave the dharma. That is why Bhagavan Sri Krishna was ready to be their Sarathi. Partha Sarathi he became, and he got an opportunity to become Gitacharya because of Arjuna's dilemma, Vishada, Arjuna's misery, confusion. So, in the family, in the society, in the country, state, world, samanam. This is the meditation experience of the sages. Rigvedak prayer. We have to practice. That is the only problem. Everything is there. In the morning retreat, I was telling Sri Ramakrishna complained to the Divine Mother, Kali, I have done the cooking. I have made the arrangements. I have kept it in front of people. Oh Mother, they are so lazy that they are not able to eat also. So much he worried about you and me. We are not worried about God. We are worried about politics, religion, language, and we become frog in the wells. Bavilo kappa. 15th September, Vivekananda gave the speech, short speech, but through a story called Why We Disagree in Chicago. Tomorrow, 19th September, he presented a paper on Hinduism. After reading that and listening to others who heard it, Sister Nivedita says, his disciple, When Swami Vivekananda started speaking, it was on Hinduism, on the principles of Hinduism. But when he ended the speech after 2.5 hours, Sister Nivedita says, a new Hinduism was created. Speaking on, but later he cleaned up the Hinduism, cleaned up the confusion of the people about Hinduism, about Vedas, about the Upanishads, about Bhagavad Gita. And we should at least read that. 2.5 hours, 19 September lecture on paper on Hinduism. There he is speaking about psychology, he is speaking about Punarjanma, he is speaking about caste, he is speaking about religion, he is speaking about Vedanta. So much passion, so much of inspiration, so much of love. So that our people in India would maintain their dignity, maintain their value system towards Sanatana Dharma, which we are not doing today. Misunderstanding, 99.9%. In one paragraph of that lecture, he says, he is comparing, he gives an example, the experience of the sages. Standing on this platform, I close my eyes and say, I 10 times. What is the idea before me? Am I a combination of material substances? Am I just a tiny body-mind complex? Is there nothing else in me? Everything outside. And that was the meditation of the sages. See, in Vedas you have got two parts. One is the Karma Kanda, another is the Gnana Kanda. Karma Kanda portion was strengthened by Dayananda Saraswati, Arya Samaj. Even now they perform every Thursday homas in schools, in their institutions. Arya Samaj. Karma Kanda, Karma Kanda, Karma Kanda. But Swamiji says the time has come for India to follow Gnana Kanda, the Vedanta, the Upanishads. And that he spread in the whole world. That is what we follow in Ramakrishna. Less of karma, more of gnana. Manasa puja is more. We also do the karma. We also do the pujas, rituals, Vaidika, Tantrika. But that is kept minimum. It's not an everyday phenomenon. So he is asking the question in the Gnana Kanda. Because all these sages, one group went outside. Went in search for truth outside. Amongst them some did not find happiness. They were doing lot of karma, lot of homas, lot of yagnas. Dissatisfaction. Edo lopam. Lot of blanks inside. Asantrupti. So they said, let us stop. Instead of going bahirmukha, let us go antarmukha. Kathopanishad gives that idea. There was a great man whom we do not know, but the qualification given to him is Dhira Purusha. Paranchikani vyatrinat swayambhu tasmat parang pashyati na antaratman. Paranchikani vyatrinat swayambhu. In the beginning itself, the indriyas are projected outside. So ears, nose, sang, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasagandha, pancha indriyas, gnana indriyas, karma indriyas are all outside. Running outside at supersonic speed. If I try to control it, I become mad fellow. We have no abhyasa. But corona time we had to do it. Compulsory. Close the mouth, close your nose, don't go anywhere. Sleep if you can, or meditate, or do yoga. But again we are doing the same mistake, running outside. Again nature will give a beating in different form if we go too much outside and scratch nature. We have to be very careful as human beings. Whole nature is against us. So, the Gnanakanda came. Why outside so much running? They meditated. Paranchikani vyatranat swayambhu tasmat parang pashyati na antaratman kaschid dhiraha. Evaratanu? Ekkadu undevadu? Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Himalayas. Don't. But Dhira Purusha, Kaschit. What did he do? Challenged the gods, challenged Prakriti, challenged Vayu, challenged Indra. He said, no, enough of this. Don't play with us. I will use my willpower. Why? Amrutatvam icchan. ఆ ఉన్నతమైన అమృతానందని అనుభవించాలి. So he cut the external. Avritta. The same energy turned inside by willpower and force, by dedication, determination. What did he get? Highest joy. Parama Anandam. Which people thought they will get it outside. And in Buddha's life, Bhagavan Buddha's life, we get the incident that after his realization under the Bodha tree, Bodha Gaya in Bihar, it seems he started jumping in joy, dancing in joy. I have realized, I have realized, I have realized. Same anubhavam you get in the Upanishads. Out of that joy, Paramanandam, that sage could not utter any words. He just shouted, ha, ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ooh. Anandam. Pongi, 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 like a flood, it filled up his entire life. He is calling everybody, it seems. Ha, ooh, ha, ooh, ha, ooh. Ahamannam, ahamannam, ahamannam. Ahamannado, ohamannado, ahamannadah. Aham kirtis gireriva. Kirtif prishtam gireriva. Taittiriya Upanishad. My kirti has gone beyond the mountains, beyond the hills. And another sage comes with an expression in words, which Vivekananda explained it to the American audience, that means to all of us, on 19th September. He says, from the heart of that great sage, Kaschid Dhiraha, sitting somewhere on the bank of the Ganga or Narmada or Tungabhadra or Kaveri, he got that joy. He got the anubhavam that all are Amrutasya Putraha. He used that words. Shunvantu Vishve Amrutasya Putraha Aye Dhamani Divyani Tastuhu. O people in the world, listen to me. Shunvantu, vinandi na matalu. Na anubhavam vinandi. Listen to my experience. Vishve, samasta brahmanda. He did not keep it to his kulam or jati or region or race. Vishve, free message. Who are you to listen to me? Amrutasya Putra. Swamiji ఆనందంలో వెళ్ళిపోతారు ఆ మాట్లాడుతుంటే. What a sweet name. Children of immortal bliss. What a sweet name. You call yourself sinners. It is a sin to call a man a sinner. It is standing libel on human nature. You are children of immortal bliss. Amritasya putraha. And look at the pride, look at the glory of that sage. The strength that he got. He did not say only human beings, he even invited the gods. Aye dhamani divyani, divya dhama, who are sitting there in various lokas. Too many cocktail party center. Going on drinking, no work there. Aye, randi, kinda grandi. Bharatavarsha grandi. Divyani tastuhu, you have stuck up there, so you have to come and listen to me. Power. Why should you listen to me? Why should we listen to you? If you get a counter question, he says, Vedahametam Purusham Mahantam. I have realized that cosmic being who is mentioned in the Vedas, Mahapurusha, has been realized by me. So what? You may ask a question. You may get, what is it to me? Aditya Varnam Tamasav Parastat. If you realize him, darkness goes in your life. Aditya rises, tamas has gone, darkness has gone. So what? Again you put a counter question. Aditya Varnam Tamasav Parastat Tameva Viditva Atimrutyumeti. What is the utility? What is the benefit? Atimrutyumeti. You will conquer death. No punarjanma business, no samsara tapatraya, no GST problem, no gas problem. But we don't want that. We want to suffer. We don't want to be free. We are afraid of freedom. That is our limited attitude. But we show occasional freedom, okay. Eternal freedom vuddanti. I want to suffer. Aditya Varnam Tamasav Parasta Tameva Viditva. By realizing him, understanding him, Ati Mrityu, you will go the other side. And that is the truth. That is the truth. Na anyaf pantha vidyate ayanaya. There is no other path other than this. Follow me, follow me, follow me. And Swamiji says, you are not a tiny body-mind complex. Vedanta refuses to accept it. You are not just a flesh and blood, east or west. You are the spirit living in the body. This message, this shloka is enough to change the life of students, of the youth of this country who are suffering today. Last week we celebrated this 11 September anniversary, Chicago anniversary. Already 1 week over. 13 September, Honorable Governor came and she was telling, as a doctor, if you read Vivekananda, if you read his teachings, they are antidepressants. No suicides will be there. No corruption will be there. But we want all those things because we are in a well. If this shloka is taught in schools, in music, in their classes, a science student will become a better scientist. An engineer will become a better engineer. Swamiji says, if a student thinks he is the spirit, that means the Atman, he will become a better student. If a lawyer thinks he is the spirit, he will become a better lawyer. If a farmer thinks he is the spirit, he will become a better farmer. If a shoemaker, cobbler thinks he is the spirit, he will polish the shoes better. What is the problem then? Why are we not teaching? We don't want to become better? This is what we have to do. So, Swami gives the enforcement. He gives a force. And that message came. What he saw in the West, their efficiency, their dedication, their patriotism, their Sangha Shakti. He wrote letters from America to India. He wrote letters from America to Madras, Alasinga Perumal and other friends. He wrote letters from America to Alambazar Monastery, where his brother disciples were there. He wrote letters to so many Rajas and Maharajas. He did not keep quiet. So the subject matter today is Swamiji's experience and appreciation of organized work and its success in the West, and his letters to the monastic brother disciples who were spread out in different places. Some were in meditation in the Himalayas, some were in the south, some on the bank of the Ganga. Hardly 4 or 5 people in Alambazar monastery. The second monastery, there were 3 monasteries. One was Baranagar monastery, which we studied previous Sunday. Then after 6 years, they moved to Alambazar monastery. That small bhavan, dilapidated, today it is there in Kolkata. Ramakrishna Mission is trying to acquire it. Because that was the second monastery where the rules and regulations of the Ramakrishna Math were dictated. It's a historic place. And the third became Nilambar Mukherjee Garden House. The land was purchased, the building was purchased. Then from there, next compound, Belur Math, what exists. So this is the history of Ramakrishna Mission. Like in Hyderabad, first in Begumpet, near the airport, small house. One old Swami was taking care, was giving some classes on scriptures. He had contact with headquarters, our Belur Math. He had contact with Madras, which was presidency at that time, pre-independence days. So he used to invite people from Madras for some lectures in women's colleges and universities. And later after the police action in Hyderabad, Swami Ranganathanji came. He addressed the Nizam's Women's College. He addressed the Osman University professors at that time itself. That famous interaction between Swami Ranganathanji and General Chaudhary, who was the police commissioner at that time in Hyderabad. So he gave appointment to Swami Ranganathanandaji. And they were discussing about national problems. Then on the table, in the side, Swami Ranganathanji's eyes fell on Bhagavad Gita. And when it seemed General Chaudhary was so excited, he was going on talking about police action. Maharaj was listening. After half an hour, he kept quiet to drink water. At that time, Ranganathanji caught that opportunity to ask, General Chaudhary, I see a copy of the Bhagavad Gita on your table. Do you read it? Then General Chaudhary coolly said, whenever I am in depression, I will read. Maharaj said, that is not the purpose of Bhagavad Gita. So you are waiting for depression. Why are you waiting for depression? Bhagavad Gita will prevent depression. It is meant for you, the police commissioner, who is leading from the front. So General Chaudhary was shocked to listen to the utility of the Bhagavad Gita, not for peace of mind, not when I am little in depression, but it will help a police commissioner also. Straight away he asked the question, it seems. Do you mean Bhagavad Gita will help me at this critical moment, at this moment of tension in Hyderabad? That is the purpose of the Bhagavad Gita. That was a war time. Arjuna was also in that dilemma, Dharma Sankatam. And Krishna gave the Uttishta call in the second shloka, third shloka, second chapter. Klaibyam asma gamah partha naitatva ipapadyate kshudram hridaya daurbalyam tyaktva uttishta parantapa. Swamiji came to give that message to India, rise, awake. Uttishta, uttishta, uttishta. Don't sit down. It is time for action now. So Maharaj introduced Bhagavad Gita to General Chaudhary. Then he moved to Delhi. Then he started reading Bhagavad Gita thoroughly. Then he is telling, even among those elite or the responsible people, there is a doubt that Bhagavad Gita is only for depression or for dead bodies, or when people are retired. For them, Laddu Prasadam is okay, not Bhagavad Gita. Retirement time. పళ్ళు రాలిపోయిన తర్వాత కళ్ళు కనపడుకుందా ఉత్తిష్ట యశోలభస్వ యుద్ధం కరు అంటే ఎక్కడ చేస్తాడు? అలిసిపోతాడు, బీపీ రైజ్ అవుతుంది. శ్రీకృష్ణ is banging, is hitting bullets on Arjuna. He did not keep quiet because dharma has to be preserved. So the idea here is how the Swamiji's letters will help us. All of you are, those who are watching online, those who are here, those who are coming, those who say Vivekananda is great, but don't read his lectures. It is buying milk and doing arati. What is the use? Milk has to be drunk. Milk can be made into curd. Milk can be made into sweet. Milk is carbohydrate, nutrition, protein, calcium. But we do arati to milk. Swamiji's letters. Lectures were different. Public lectures. Letters were personal and to a group. Napoleon's letters, so powerful. Similarly, Vivekananda's letters. So, these disciples lost track of Swami Vivekananda, their beloved Naren, because he cut off all communication. Suddenly they saw in the newspapers Naren's photo, that he has conquered the whole world. Till nobody knows where this boy has gone. They tried, no communication. Only September 11th, September 12th, newspapers, Kolkata. What has Naren done? Everywhere his message, everywhere his name. Warrior prophet. The word used for Vivekananda is warrior prophet. Another person wrote, divine orator. All Chicago, big newspapers. So, in one of the letters he writes, you see, one is the language, the second is his feeling. That is the basis of the Sangha, Ramakrishna Mat, Ramakrishna Mission. Let character be formed, and then I shall be in your midst. 1894, writing from America to his brother disciples. Each one of these brother disciples himself was excellent. They can rule one Brahmanda. But to them also Swamiji says, first form your character. What? They were stunned. We want 2,000 sannyasins, nay 10 or even 20,000, men and women both. What our matrons doing? We want converts at any risk. Go and tell them and try yourselves heart and soul. Not householder disciples, mind you, we want sannyasins. Let each one of you have 100 heads tonsured, young educated men, not fools. Then you are heroes. We must make a sensation. Give up your passive attitude. Gird your lions and stand up. Let me see you make some electric circuits between Calcutta and Madras. Start centers at places. Go on always making converts. A huge spiritual tidal wave is coming. He who is low shall become noble. He who is ignorant shall become the teacher of the great scholars through his grace. Uttishtata, Jagrata, Prapyavaran Nibodhatha. Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Life is ever expanding. Contraction is death. The self-seeking man who is looking after his personal comforts and leading a lazy life There is no room for him even in hell. He alone is a child of Sri Ramakrishna. See the words, see the message to all of us. He alone is the child of Sri Ramakrishna, who is moved to pity for all creatures. Karunamurti Sri Ramakrishna. He alone is a child of Sri Ramakrishna, who is moved to pity for all creatures and exerts himself for them even at the risk of incurring personal damnation. Whoever at this great spiritual juncture will stand up with a courageous heart and go on spreading from door to door, from village to village, his message is alone my brother and a son of his. This is the test. He who is Ramakrishna's child does not seek his personal good. It is only paropakarartham idam shariram. Bahujana hitaya, bahujana sukhaya. This is the test. He who is Ramakrishna's child does not seek his personal good. They wish to do good to others even when at the point of death. Those that care for their personal comforts and seek a lazy life, who are ready to sacrifice all before their personal whims, are none of us. Let them pack off while yet there is time. This is the only spiritual practice, the only worship. This verily is the means and this is the goal. Arise, arise, a tidal wave is coming. Onward, men and women, down to the Chandala, all are pure in his eyes. Onward, onward. There is no time to care for name or fame or mukti or bhakti. We shall look to these some other time. Now in this life, let us infinitely spread his lofty character, his sublime life, his infinite soul. Who is that his here? Sri Ramakrishna. This is the only work. There is nothing else to do. Wherever his name will reach, the veriest worm will attain divinity. Nay, is actually attaining it. You have got eyes, and don't you see it? Is it a child's play? Is it silly prattle? Is it foolery? Uttishtata, Jagrata, arise, awake, great Lord, he is at our back. I cannot write any more. Onward. I only tell you this, that whoever reads this letter will imbibe my spirit. See what Swamiji's love, his blessings is. Whoever reads this letter will imbibe my spirit. There were some special letters which he wrote, where he mentions clearly, I will work through them. Whoever reads these letters. So deep, so personal, so full of feeling for the country, so full of surrender for his master Sri Ramakrishna. Please think about it. Not just coming to Ramakrishna Math will solve the nation's problems. We'll have to spread this message in entire Telangana, the entire world. Yes, going on, but with facilities today, with opportunities today, with communication today, with emails today, with traveling time reducing today, and Swamiji without anything of this did so much. Yeah? See where we are and what he wants. When guest Swamiji came to Hyderabad many years ago, he saw our campus, hundreds of people, students, so many things. He said, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Then he caught me by the hand and pulled me aside to one place and said, if Swamiji would come now physically to Hyderabad, he would catch each one of you by the throat and give nice slaps. I was wondering why he will slap us. He would tell, it seems, without any facility, without computers, without WhatsApp, I did so much, and with this one you are doing only this much. By this time, Telangana would have become full of Ramakrishna Mission centers, full of goodness, full of bhakti, full of shraddha. Why you are not doing? In 2.5 hours you can reach Warangal. In 2.5 hours you can reach Nizamabad. What are you doing here? He would give us much more push. So this is the words of Swami. This is his own unedited, actual. These are not translations, original letters. Nobody can touch a comma or a full stop or a adverb or a English grammar in this. As it is we have to print because it is Vedavakya. Take care, he is coming. Swami is a military call. Take care, he is coming. Whoever will be ready to serve him, no, not him, but his children, the poor and the downtrodden, the sinful and the afflicted, down to the very worm, who will be ready to serve these? In them he will manifest himself. Through their tongue, the goddess of learning herself will speak, and the Divine Mother, the embodiment of all power, will enthrone herself in their hearts. Those that are atheists, unbelievers, worthless and foppish, why do they call themselves as belong to his fold? Yours affectionately, Vivekananda. The term organization means division of labor. Each does his own part, and all the parts taken together express an ideal of harmony. Sangachadvam sambadadvam, harmony. Samanam manaha, samanam chittaha, samanam karyaha. That is harmony. That is symphony. That is real Adhyatmikata, he says. Only one letter. So many letters I had marked. In another place you see. They look with veneration upon women who play a most prominent part in their lives. Here this form of worship has attained its perfection. That is the long and short of it. But to come to the point, I am almost at my wit's end to see the women of this country. I am really struck with wonder to see the women here. How gracious the Divine Mother is on them. Most wonderful women, these are about to corner the men who have been nearly worsted in the competition. Thy grace, O Mother, out with the differentiation between man and woman, all is Atman. Give up the identification with the body and stand up. Say Asti, Asti, everything is. Cherish positive thoughts. By dwelling too much upon Nasti, Nasti, it is not, the whole country is going to ruin. Soham, Soham, Shivoham, I am he, I am he, I am Shiva. What a botheration. In every soul is infinite strength, and should you turn yourselves into cats and dogs by harboring negative thoughts? Who dares to preach negativism? Whom do you call weak and powerless? Shivoham, Shivoham, I am Shiva, I am Shiva. I feel as if a thunderbolt strikes me on the head when I hear people dwell on negative thoughts. That sort of self-deprecating attitude is another name for disease. Do you call that humility? It is very vanity in disguise. Nalingam dharma karanam samata sarvabhuteshu etan muktasya lakshanam. This external badge does not confer spirituality. It is same-sightedness to all beings, which is the test of a liberated soul. Asti asti soham soham chidananda rupa shivoham shivoham nirgacchandi jagadjalat pinjaradiva kesari. He frees himself from the meshes of this world as a lion from its cage. Nayamatma balahinena labhyaha. This Atman is not accessible to the weak. Hurl yourselves on the world like an avalanche. Let the world crack in twain under your weight. Hara Hara Mahadev, Uddhared Atmanatmanam. One must save the self by one's own self, by personal progress. Will such a day come when this life will go for the sake of others' good? The world is not a child's play, and great men are those who build highways for others with their heart's blood. This has been taking place through eternity, that one builds a bridge by laying down his own body and thousands of others cross the river through its help. Evamastu, evamastu, shivoham, shivoham. Be it so, be it so. I am Shiva, I am Shiva. And he is selling. He got a news that Madras is woken up. There is a lot of work going on in South India. So happy. He says, it is welcome news that Madras is in stir. Were you not going to start a paper or something of that sort? We must mix with all, alienate none. All the powers of good against all the powers of evil. This is what we want. Do not insist upon everybody's believing in our Guru. Wherever you go, you must start a... See, I'm from America. After seeing their organizing power in the whole America and Europe, he's telling, wherever you go, you must start a permanent preaching center. That all these disciples finally had to bow down to their leader's call. Swami Akhandanandaji, next Sunday is his birthday. We'll deal with it that time. How he went to Rajasthan. How he went to Tibet. How he went back to Calcutta and started centers. Even before Ramakrishna Mission started, formally. See, spread only what he came to teach. Never mind his name. His will spread of itself. Directly you insist, you will be creating a sect and everything will fall to the ground. So beware. Swamiji was very careful. He did not want that olden Hinduism of sects, of creeds, of dogma, fighting, narrowing down. A Shaivite used to come and quarrel with a Vaishnavite. Why are you putting Nama like this? Vaishnavite will go and say, why are you putting Nama horizontal? Big Pandits wasting their time in this discussion. Swamiji saw all that going on in the whole country. And in another place, Pandits, scholars, they are discussing, while eating food, should we drink water with the left hand or the right hand? Big Panditya. Swamiji cried, is this Vedanta? What is important is water, not left hand or right hand. Muddy, achara, superstition. This was our country at that time. Misleading, misrepresenting. We became weak. But somehow or the other, Swamiji cleaned up the system and brought Ramakrishna Mission in the front. So all of you, everybody, have to understand the vision and mission of Swamiji. That's why he says, then you will be real children of Sri Ramakrishna. Otherwise, come and go. And he says, let people say whatever they like. Stick to your convictions. And rest assured, the world will be at your feet. They say, have faith in this fellow or that fellow. But I say, have faith in yourself. Have faith in yourself. All power is in you. Even the poison of a snake is powerless if you can firmly deny it. Beware. No saying no. No negative thought. Say ya. Soham, soham. Kinnama rodashi sake. Tvai sarvashaktihi. Amantrayasva bhagavan bhagadasvarupam. Trailokyametakilam tavapada mole. Atmaiva hi prabhavati nah jadak kadachit. To work with undaunted energy. What fear? Who is powerful enough to thwart you? Kurmas taraka charanavam. Tribhuvana sputa yamo balat kimbho na vijana yasman Ramakrishna dasavayam. We shall crush the stars to atoms and unhinge the universe. Don't you know who we are? We are the servants of Sri Ramakrishna. Ramakrishna dasavayam. Fear? Whom to fear? It is those foolish people who identify themselves with their bodies that piteously cry we are weak, we are low, all that is atheism, nastikatvam. Now that we have attained the state beyond fear, we shall have no more fear and become heroes. This indeed is theism, which we, the servants of Sri Ramakrishna, will choose. We must work among the English educated young men. That's why the centers in the cities is meant for all of you. Re-education of the educated. For in the villages, a different kind of education. In the cities, work on the educated people. Why? Tyage naike amritatva manashuhu. Through renunciation alone, rare ones have attained immortality. Renunciation. Renunciation. You must preach this. There will be no spiritual strength unless one renounces the world. Why are Baburam and Yogen suffering so much? It is owing to their negative, their self-abasing spirit. Tell them to brush aside their illness by mental strength, and in an hour it will disappear. Swami Premananda, so pure, pure to the core of the bones, to the marrow of his bones. He alone could touch Sri Ramakrishna physically. Swami Premananda, Radha Amsha he was. Nobody could touch Sri Ramakrishna. Only permission was given to Premananda because of his highest purity. To such a man, he says, Swamiji, he was so this one. He woke up Premananda, Yogen, what is Brahmananda doing? What is Shashi doing? Only ringing some bells in the temple. Like that, each one had a powerful motikai. They hammered them. What if you are seeing Ramakrishna Mission is the letters and the vision of Swamiji, which in our own little atom we are trying to do. So much is there. As I am digging the research every week, I am feeling so much Swamiji's vision. What am I doing? What is this human excellence? What is this language? What is this lecture? Kimbho Ramakrishna Dasavayam. So that is the history, story of Ramakrishna Mission. Still threefold vision is there. About Sri Ramakrishna, about India, about the contribution of India through the organization. Then we come to some understanding what Ramakrishna Mission is doing in the country, not just Hyderabad, in the whole world. Okay? Next Sunday we'll meet. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Jai Ramakrishna.
ખંડન ભવ બંધન प्रभु तुमि तम भञ्जनः नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्यमनादित नमो नमो प्रभु वाक्यमनादित मनुवचनैकाधार प्रभु मनुवचनैकाधार ज्योतिर्ज्योति उज्ज्वल हृदि कंदर ज्योतिर्ज्योति उज्ज्वल हृदि कंदर तुमि तम भञ्जनः प्रभु तुमि तम भञ्जनः दे 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 लंग रंग भंग बाजे अंग संग मृदंग दे 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 लंग रंग भंग बाजे अंग संग मृदंग गाय छे छंद भक्त वृंद आरती तोमार गाय छे छंद भक्त वृंद आरती तोमार जय जय आरती तोमार हर हर आरती तोमार शिव शिव आरती तोमार ॐ ह्रीं मृतं त्वमचलो गुणजेद्गुणेड्यः नक्तं दिवं सकरुणं तव पादपद्मं मोहं कषं बहुकृतं न भजे यतोऽहं तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो भक्तिर्भगश्च भजनं भवभेद का वक्रोद्धृतोऽपि हृदये न च भाति किञ्चित् तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो तेजस्तरन्ति तरसा त्वयि तृप्ता तृष्णा रागे कृते ऋतपथे त्वयि राम कृष्णे मर्त्यामृतं तव पदं मरणोर्मे नाशं तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो कृत्यं करोति कलुषं कुहकान्तकारी श्नान्तं शिवं सुविमलं तव नाम नाथ यस्मादहं त्वशरणो जगदेक गम्या तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्म स्वरूपिणे अवतार वरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। ॐ नमः श्री भगवते रामकृष्णाय नमो नमः। सर्वमङ्गल माङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। सृष्टि स्थितिविनाशानां शक्ति भूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणामये नारायणे नमोस्तुते शरणागता दीनार्ता परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्थे हरे देवे नारायणे नमोस्तुते जय नारायणे नमोस्तुते जय नारायणे नमोस्तुते जय नारायणे नमोस्तुते जय नारायणे नमोस्तुते। प्रकृतिं परमां अभयां वरदां नररूपधरां जनतापहरां शरणागतसेवकतोषकरे प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां गुणहीनसुता अपराधयुता कृपयाद्य समुद्धर मोहगता तरणीं भवसागर पारकरे प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां विषयं कुसुमं परिहृत्य सदा चरणाम्बुरुहामृत शान्ति सुधा पिब भृङ्गमनो भवरोगहरा प्रणमामि परां जननीं जगतां कृपां कुरु महादेवी सुतेषु प्रणतेषु च चरणाश्रयदानेन कृपामयि नमोस्तुते लज्जापटावृते नित्यं शारदे ज्ञानदायिके पापेभ्यो नः सदा रक्ष कृपामयि नमोस्तुते रामकृष्णगतप्राणा तन्नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावरञ्जिताकारा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः पवित्रं चरितं यस्याः पवित्रं जीवनं तथा पवित्रता स्वरूपिण्यै तस्यै कुर्मो नमो नमः। देवीं प्रसन्नां प्रणतातिहन्त्रीं योगीन्द्रपूज्यां युगधर्मपात्रीं तां शारदां भक्तिविज्ञानदात्रीं दयास्वरूपां प्रणमामि नित्यं। स्नेहेन बध्नासि मानोऽस्मदीयं दोषानशेषान् सगुणीकरोषि आहेतुनानो दयसे सदोषान् स्वाङ्के गृहीत्वा यदिदं विचित्रं प्रसीद मातर्विनयेन याचे नित्यं भव स्नेहवते सुतेषु प्रेमैकबिन्दुं चिरदग्धचित्ते विषेन्द्रचित्तं कुरु न सुशान्तं। जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः।
పేజ్ 17
भवसागर तारण कारण हे रविनंदन बंधन खंडन हे। भवसागर तारण कारण हे रविनंदन बंधन खंडन हे। शरणागत किंकर भीत मने शरणागत किंकर भीत मने। गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। हृदय कंदर तामस भास्कर हे तुमी विष्णु प्रजापति शंकर हे। पर ब्रह्म परात्पर वेद भणे पर ब्रह्म परात्पर वेद भणे। गुरुदेव दया कर दीन कुंडलिनी घुम भंज कहे हृदय ग्रंथि विदारण कार कहे मम मानस चंचल रात्र दिने मम मानस चंचल रात्र दिने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने रिपुसूदन मंगलकार कहे सुख शांति वरा भयदाय कहे त्रयताप हरे तव नाम गुणे त्रयताप हरे तव नाम गुणे गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने अभिमान प्रभाव विमर्द कहे गतिहीन जने तुमि रक्ष कहे चित शंकित वंचित भक्ति धने चित शंकित वंचित भक्ति धने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर 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 शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो जय गिरिजापति भवानी शंकर जय गिरिजापति भवानी शंकर जय गिरिजापति भवानी शंकर जय गिरिजापति भवानी शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो 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 जय शिव शंकर नमामि शंकर 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 शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो शिव शंकर शंभो जय गिरिजापति भवानी शंकर जय गिरिजापति भवानी शंकर भवानी शंकर भवानी शंकर भवानी शंकर भवानी शंकर जय गिरिजापति भवानी शंकर जय गिरिजापति भवानी शंकर शिव शंकर शंभो 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 शिव शंकर शंभो
ಪೇಜ್ 57 5-7
काळिदासविरचितम् काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
शरणं 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 मां
शरणं 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 मां
शरणं 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 मां
शरणं 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 मां
दुर्गतिनाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय
दुर्गतिनाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय
कालविनाशिनी काली जय जय
दुर्गतिनाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय कालविनाशिनी काली जय जय
उमा रमा ब्रह्माणी जय जय
उमा रमा ब्रह्माणी जय जय
राधा सीता रुक्मिणी 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 जय जय
काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी काली
काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
शरणं 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 मां
शरणं 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 मां
वाणी वीणा पाणी जय जय
वाणी वीणा पाणी जय जय
वागीश्वरी जगदीश्वरी जय जय
वाणी वीणा पाणी जय जय वागीश्वरी जगदीश्वरी जय जय
विद्यारूपिणी अम्बे जय जय
विद्यारूपिणी अम्बे जय जय
विश्वविमोहिनी वरदे जय जय
विश्वविमोहिनी वरदे जय जय
विश्वविमोहिनी वरदे जय जय
विश्वविमोहिनी वरदे जय जय
काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
शरणं 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 मां
शरणं 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 मां
दुर्गतिनाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय
दुर्गतिनाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय
कालविनाशिनी काली जय जय
दुर्गतिनाशिनी दुर्गा जय जय कालविनाशिनी काली जय जय
उमा रमा ब्रह्माणी जय जय
उमा रमा ब्रह्माणी जय जय
सीता रुक्मिणी जय जय
राधा सीता रुक्मिणी जय जय
राधा सीता रुक्मिणी जय जय
राधा सीता रुक्मिणी जय जय
कालेश्वरी
पार्वती शंकरी काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
शरणं 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 मां
शरणं 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 मां
वाणी वीणा पाणी जय जय
वाणी वीणा पाणी जय जय
वागीश्वरी जगदीश्वरी जय जय
वाणी वीणा पाणी जय जय वागीश्वरी जगदीश्वरी जय जय
विद्यारूपिणी अम्बे
काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
शरणं 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 मा
शरणं 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 मा
शरणं 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 मा
शरणं 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 मा
काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
काली महेश्वरी पार्वती शंकरी
शरणं 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 मा
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 పేజ్ 149 149.
भज रे गोपालं मानसा भज रे गोपालं मानसा भज रे गोपालं मानसा भज रे गोपालं मानसा भज रे गोपालं मानस भज रे गोपालं मानस भज गोपालं भजित कुचेलं
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 त्रिजगन्मूलं प्रीतिसुतकालं भज रे
गोपालं मानसा
भज रे
गोपालं
मानस भज रे
गोपालं
आगमसारं योगविचारम्
आगमसारं योगविचारम्
आगमसारं योगविचारम्
आगमसारं योगविचारम्
आगमसारं योगविचारम्
आगमसारं योगविचारम्
भोगशरीरं भुवनाधारं भज रे
गोपालं
मानसा भज रे
गोपालं
मानस कठोरं कलुषविदूरं
कदनकठोरं कलुषविदूरं
कदनकठोरं कलुषविदूरं
कदनकठोरं कलुषविदूरं
कदनकठोरं कलुषविदूरं
कदनकठोरं कलुषविदूरं
मदनकुमारं मधुसंहारं भज रे
गोपालं मानसा भज रे गोपालं
मानस
भज रे गोपालं
नतमन्दारं नन्दकिशोरं
नतमन्दारं नन्दकिशोरं
नतमन्दारं नन्दकिशोरं
नतमन्दारं नन्दकिशोरं
नतमन्दारं नन्दकिशोरं
नतमन्दारं नन्दकिशोरं
हतचाणूरं हंसविहारं भज रे
गोपालं
मानसा
भज रे गोपालं
मानस भज रे
गोपालं
मानसा
भज रे गोपालं
मानसा
भज रे गोपालं
త్రీ త్రీ జీరో 330. खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे हंस सोहम हंस सोहम
हंस सोहम
हंस सोहम हंस सोहम हंस सोहम
हंस सोहम हंस सोहम
हंस सोहम सोहमिते हंस सोहम हंस सोहम हंस सोहम सोहमिते खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे परमात्माहं परिपूर्णोऽहं परमात्माहं परिपूर्णोऽहं परमात्माहं परिपूर्णोऽहं परमात्माहं परिपूर्णोऽहं ब्रह्मैवाहमहं ब्रह्मेति परमात्माहं परिपूर्णोऽहं ब्रह्मैवाहमहं ब्रह्मेति खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे त्वच्चक्षुश्रुति जिह्वाघ्राणे त्वच्चक्षुश्रुति जिह्वाघ्राणे त्वच्चक्षुश्रुति जिह्वाघ्राणे त्वच्चक्षुश्रुति जिह्वाघ्राणे पञ्चविध प्राणोपस्थाने त्वच्चक्षुश्रुति जिह्वाघ्राणे पञ्चविध प्राणोपस्थाने खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे शब्दस्पर्शरसादिकमात्रे शब्दस्पर्शरसादिकमात्रे शब्दस्पर्शरसादिकमात्रे
शब्दस्पर्शरसादिकमात्रे
सात्विकराजसतामस मित्रे शब्दस्पर्शरसाधिकमात्रे सात्विकराजसतामस मित्रे खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे बुद्धिमनश्चेत्ताहङ्कारे 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 भूजलते जो गगन समीरे बुद्धिमनश्चेत्ताहङ्कारे भूजलते जो गगन समीरे खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे परमहंसरूपेण विहर्ता परमहंसरूपेण विहर्ता परमहंसरूपेण विहर्ता
परमहंस
ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ವಿಷ್ಣು ರುದ್ರಾದಿಕರ್ತಾ
परमहंस रूपेण विहाता
ब्रह्मा विष्णु रुद्रादिकर्ता खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे भगवान् खेलति ब्रह्माण्डे. ಮೂಡು 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 333. ರಾಗಿ ತಂದೇರ್ಯಾ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕೆ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದೇರ್ಯಾ 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 ಯೋಗ್ಯರಾಗಿ ಭೋಗ್ಯರಾಗಿ ಭಾಗ್ಯವಂತರಾಗಿ ನೀವು ರಾಗಿ ತಂದಿರಾ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ತಂದಿರಾ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದಿರಾ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ತಂದಿರಾ ಅನ್ನದಾನವ ಮಾಡುವರಾಗಿ ಅನ್ನ ಛತ್ರವ ನಿಟ್ಟವರಾಗಿ ಅನ್ನದಾನವ ಮಾಡುವರಾಗಿ ಅನ್ನ ಛತ್ರವ ನಿಟ್ಟವರಾಗಿ ಅನ್ಯವಾರ್ತೆಯ ಬಿಟ್ಟವರಾಗಿ ಅನುದಿನ ಭಜನೆಯ ಮಾಡುವರಾಗಿ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಮಾತಾ ಪಿತರನ್ನು ಸೇವಿಪರಾಗಿ ಪಾಪ ಕಾರ್ಯವ ಬಿಟ್ಟವರಾಗಿ ಮಾತಾ ಪಿತರನ್ನು ಸೇವಿಪರಾಗಿ ಪಾಪ ಕಾರ್ಯವ ಬಿಟ್ಟವರಾಗಿ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಬಾಳನು ಬಾಳುವರಾಗಿ ನೀತಿ ಮಾರ್ಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಖ್ಯಾತರಾಗಿ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಪಡೆದವರಾಗಿ ಗುರುವಾಕ್ಯವನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಪರಾಗಿ ಗುರು ಕಾರುಣ್ಯವ ಪಡೆದವರಾಗಿ ಗುರುವಾಕ್ಯವನ್ನು ಪಾಲಿಪರಾಗಿ ಗುರುವಿನ ಪಾದವ ಸ್ಮರಿಸುವರಾಗಿ ಪರಮ ಪುಣ್ಯವ ಮಾಡುವರಾಗಿ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಕಾಮಕ್ರೋಧವ ಅಳಿದವರಾಗಿ ನೇಮನಿಷ್ಠಗಳ ಮಾಡುವರಾಗಿ ಕಾಮಕ್ರೋಧವ ಅಳಿದವರಾಗಿ ನೇಮನಿಷ್ಠಗಳ ಮಾಡುವರಾಗಿ ರಾಮನಾಮವ ಜಪಿಸುವರಾಗಿ ಪ್ರೇಮದಿ ಕುಣಿ ಕುಣಿದಾಡುವರಾಗಿ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಹರಿಯನು ಅನುದಿನ ನೆನೆಯುವರಾಗಿ ಗುರುತಿಗೆ ಬಾಹು ಅಂತವರಾಗಿ ಹರಿಯನು ಅನುದಿನ ನೆನೆಯುವರಾಗಿ ಗುರುತಿಗೆ ಬಾಹೋರಂತವರಾಗಿ ಕರೆ ಕರೆ ಭವವನ್ನು ನೀಗುವರಾಗಿ ಪುರಂದರ ವಿಠಲನ ಸೇವೆ ಪರಾಗಿ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕರಾಗಿ ತಂದೆಯ
ನೀವೋ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದಿರ್ಯಾ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದಿರ್ಯಾ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದಿರ್ಯಾ ಭಿಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದಿರ್ಯಾ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದಿರ್ಯಾ ರಾಗಿ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದಿರ್ಯಾ ರಾಗಿ ರಾಗಿ ತಂದಿರ್ಯಾ రెండు రెండు 5 225 जय राम कृष्ण हरे प्रभु जय राम कृष्ण हरे जय राम कृष्ण हरे प्रभु जय राम कृष्ण हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे जय राम कृष्ण हरे प्रभु जय राम कृष्ण हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे जो त्यावे फल पावे दुख बिन से मन का स्वामी दुख बिन से मन का भाव भक्ति सुख आवे भाव भक्ति सुख आवे कष्ट मिटे तनु का ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे जय राम कृष्ण हरे प्रभु जय राम कृष्ण हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे तुम पूर्ण परमात्मा तुम अंतर्यामी स्वामी तुम अंतर्यामी निर्गुण सगुण निरंजन निर्गुण सगुण निरंजन तुम सबके स्वामी ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे जय राम कृष्ण हरे प्रभु जय राम कृष्ण हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे आदि अनंत अनामय अविचल अविनाशी स्वामी अविचल अविनाशी भक्त विमोहन नरवर भक्त विमोहन नरवर आनंद सुख राशि ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे जय राम कृष्ण
स्वामी जीव पालन करता नारायण करुणामय नारायण करुणामय कृपा करो भरता ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे जय राम कृष्ण हरे प्रभु जय राम कृष्ण हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे दीन बंधु दुख हरता जय मंगलदाता स्वामी जय मंगलदाता जय चित संशय त्राता
जय चित संशय त्राता
जगबंधन त्राता ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे जय राम कृष्ण हरे प्रभु जय राम कृष्ण हरे
भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे
विषय विकार मिटावो विवेक विराग दीजे स्वामी विवेक विराग दीजे श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ श्रद्धा भक्ति बढ़ाओ अपना कर लीजे ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे जय राम कृष्ण हरे
प्रभु जय राम कृष्ण हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट
क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे जय राम कृष्ण हरे प्रभु जय राम कृष्ण हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे जय राम कृष्ण हरे प्रभु जय राम कृष्ण हरे
भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे
ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे जय राम कृष्ण हरे प्रभु जय राम कृष्ण हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे जय राम कृष्ण हरे प्रभु जय राम कृष्ण हरे भक्त जनों के संकट दास जनों के संकट क्षण में दूर करे ओम जय राम कृष्ण हरे
Few announcements. Tomorrow, 19th September, Monday, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's direct monastic disciple, Swami Abhedananda Maharaj Janmatithi. On this occasion, a special discourse on the life and teachings of Swami Abhedananda Maharaj will be conducted after Aaratrikam. Coming Wednesday, 21st September is Ekadashi. Ramnam Sankirtan will be there after Aaratrikam. All the devotees can participate in these programs and obtain the grace of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. రేపు సెప్టెంబర్ 19వ తేదీ భగవాన్ శ్రీరామకృష్ణుల ప్రత్యక్ష సన్యాస శిష్యులు స్వామి అభేదానంద మహారాజ్ జన్మతిథి. ఈ సందర్భంగా రేపు సాయంత్రం ఆరాత్రికం అనంతరం స్వామి అభేదానంద మహారాజ్ జీవితము సందేశంపై ప్రత్యేక ప్రసంగం నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. వచ్చే బుధవారం సెప్టెంబర్ 21వ తేదీ ఏకాదశి ఆరాత్రికం అనంతరం రామనామ సంకీర్తన నిర్వహించబడుతుంది. భక్తులందరూ ఈ కార్యక్రమాల్లో పాల్గొని భగవాన్ శ్రీరామకృష్ణుల కృపకు పాత్రలు కావాల్సిందిగా విజ్ఞప్తి. After Jayakaram to Holy Trio, Revered Adhyaksha Maharaj will meet the devotees in the temple basement hall. Devotees can offer pranams. మూర్తిత్రయానికి జయ జయధ్వానాలు చెప్పిన తర్వాత పూజాధ్యక్ష మహారాజ్ దేవాలయం దిగువ హాల్లో సమావేశమవుతారు. భక్తులు ప్రణామాలు అర్పించవచ్చు.
जय भगवान श्री राम कृष्ण देव की
जय.
जय श्री शारदा माई की
जय.
जय स्वामी विवेकानंद महाराज जी की
जय.